For decades, Japanese cars had one reputation: reliability so bulletproof it bordered on myth. If it said Toyota, Honda, or Mazda on the badge, you didn't ask questions. You just knew it would last forever. But what if that reputation isn't true anymore? Behind the smiling commercials and perfect reliability scores hides a darker truth. Some Japanese cars can barely make it past 50,000 miles before falling apart. And here's the real shocker. A few of these ticking time bombs are still being sold today. So what went wrong? And which cars are still worthy of Japan's legendary name? The hidden decline of Japanese reliability. It all started quietly. In the early 2000s, Japanese automakers began chasing global expansion. More factories, faster production, cheaper parts, and less time for perfection. The same precision that once defined Japan's car culture was suddenly replaced by cost-cutting spreadsheets. Then came the rush for new technology: hybrids, turbos, CVTs, all pushed out fast to stay competitive. But innovation without refinement comes at a cost, and that cost was reliability. The result? A new generation of cars that look modern but age faster than ever. Engines wearing out early, transmissions dying young, and the myth of unbreakable Japanese engineering quietly fading. But it wasn't just bad luck. Some of these failures were disasters waiting to happen. The CVT catastrophe. Let's start with one of the biggest culprits, the CVT. Nissan and Mitsubishi jumped on the continuously variable transmission trend early, promising smoother acceleration and better fuel economy. In theory, it was genius. In reality, it was a ticking time bomb. Owners followed factory advice: no fluid changes, lifetime service. Yet by 50,000 miles, transmissions were grinding, slipping, or outright dying. Imagine this. You're at a stoplight, your car in perfect shape, and suddenly it refuses to move. The transmission just gave up. Warranty or not, the damage was done. And Nissan's reputation took a hit that still lingers today. But Nissan wasn't alone. Mazda, Honda, even Toyota made mistakes that betrayed their loyal fans. Section 3. The betrayals, cars that died young. Let's name names. The Mitsubishi Mirage, the little hatchback that barely wants to live. Weak engine, fragile CVT, and a build quality that makes you question how it ever left the factory. Then there's the Honda Civic 1.5L Turbo, a fan favorite, until owners realized their engine oil was mixing with fuel. The result? Rapid wear and early death, all in a car once praised for perfection. Mazda didn't escape either. Their diesel engines in the Mazda 3 and CX-5 promised efficiency, but delivered headaches. Turbo failures, clogged DPFs, and endless repair bills. And the Nissan Juke? A fun little crossover that turned into a maintenance nightmare. The CVT issues alone could drain your savings faster than the gas tank. Even Toyota stumbled. The all-electric BZ4X had wheels that, no exaggeration, could literally fall off. And early 2000s Yaris and Echo models? Their paint peeled faster than cheap nail polish. One by one, the icons of reliability were cracking. But amid the chaos, a few machines stood strong. Proof that true Japanese engineering wasn't completely dead. Built in Japan. The real difference. Here's a secret most car buyers never hear. Where a car is built can decide its fate. Take the Toyota Corolla, for example. The ones built in Japan, near perfect reliability. The ones built elsewhere, like Thailand or the US, reports of early wear and quality issues. It's not magic, it's mindset. Japanese factories are known for their Kaizen culture, constant improvement, and near-obsessive attention to detail. The same badge on the outside doesn't guarantee the same soul inside. So when you find a car still proudly marked Made in Japan, that's usually a good sign you're buying something built to last. And a handful of those Japan-built models are still carrying the torch today. The survivors, cars that last forever. Let's talk about the heroes, the cars that refuse to give up. First, we're on the Toyota RAV4 Prime, a plug-in hybrid that somehow manages to be powerful, efficient, and unbelievably reliable. It's one of the few modern cars that can hit 300,000 miles with ease if maintained right. Next, the Mazda CX-90, a surprise contender. Built with precision, luxurious materials, and the kind of reliability that reminds people why Mazda once rivaled Toyota in quality. The Toyota Camry, still the gold standard. Year after year, it proves that simple engineering and good maintenance can outlast any trend. Then there's the Honda CR-V hybrid, which blends modern tech with old-school Honda dependability. Quiet, efficient, and nearly bulletproof. And finally, the Subaru Outback. Rugged, reliable, and practically invincible in bad weather. It's not the flashiest car, but it's one you can count on when everything else breaks. These are the survivors, the last true warriors of Japanese reliability. But even legends need care. The new rules of reliability. Here's the truth. Reliability today isn't about the badge on your grill. It's about how you treat the car. Those old maintenance-free myths, forget them. Regular servicing, fluid changes, and understanding your car's weak spots make the difference between 50K and 300K miles. Modern hybrids, especially from Toyota and Honda, often outlive traditional gas or diesel cars. But even they need love and knowledge. Brand loyalty used to be enough. Now it's not, because even a Toyota can fail early if you assume it's invincible. And a Nissan can surprise you if you maintain it like it matters. In today's world, reliability isn't guaranteed, it's earned. So how do you tell which cars will survive and which won't? That's where things get tricky. The buyer's wake-up call used car prices can fool you. Some of the most unreliable cars on the market still hold shocking resale value, simply because people believe the brand name. That's why research matters more than reputation. Don't just buy a Honda, buy the right Honda. Don't just assume every Toyota is bulletproof. Look for the models that still carry Japan's old-school DNA. Because reliability now varies model by model, not brand by brand. The smart buyer doesn't trust marketing. They trust data, reviews, and history. And if you're shopping for your next car, that knowledge might save you from a nightmare on wheels. The legacy lives or dies Japanese cars built an empire on trust. But somewhere along the way, some of that trust was traded for profit and speed. Still, among the failures, the legacy isn't gone, it's just harder to find. The RAV4 Prime, the Camry, the CR-V hybrid, they remind us what Japanese engineering used to mean. Maybe it's not about trusting a brand anymore. Maybe it's about finding the cars that still carry that same spirit. The ones built not just to impress, but to endure. Because in the end, a car's reputation doesn't keep it running, but real craftsmanship does. And if you think that's wild, wait until you hear which so-called American cars secretly outlast the Japanese giants. That story might just change everything.